dum 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 dum
Space between.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why, hello. This is the Space Between podcast where we talk about the space between life and art. What's your business? What's happening now? What happened tonight?
That was a fast forward version.
I'm Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
We're back. We're back. We were gone for 3 weeks, and I'll tell you this: we didn't announce the hiatus because I didn't plan on it.
But we did go on vacation last week.
Yeah.
We were out of state.
Yeah.
So when we couldn't fit our stuff in our tiny suitcases to podcast, although we did want to do an episode while we were in San Diego.
Yeah.
But that'll be for next time we go, and we will more appropriately plan for the packing because, yeah, we just had enough to bring our clothes, basically.
Yeah, and listen. Before that, I'm going to give you a list of excuses, even though I never make excuses, okay? The week that the hiatus began, my mother stayed over, my kind mother, okay? And
Angel.
And a whole bunch of things converged at once. I received 2 Kickstarter orders, which means about a total of over 3,000 books. Had to buy a storage unit. As you can see in the wide angle, our apartment's already filled with books. And then I launched a new Kickstarter and went on vacation. But all that's to say that this just not going to happen again. Bitch, we're back. And I intend to keep these episodes coming in. I want to get some banked too. So in case we have anything like that happen again, we're here. Half of us are queer. Okay.
At least.
Yeah. And then we're fucking taking off. Okay. I'll tell you this though. Just to start the episode, I'm going to say... I'll say 4 things, okay?
All right.
And then 5 things. I just noticed something that you're wearing. And then I'll shift it over to you, okay?
Go ahead.
Number 1, I'm wearing a Shiny Hunter shirt, okay? Shiny Hunter, it has some meaning to me. This shirt is merch from Pokemon Master Holly. She's a Pokemon Go YouTuber. And I wear this shirt because I'm a Shiny Hunter. I'm a shunter. I'm a shunt. Okay?
Yeah, that's a fun channel if you're into Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
She's like very comprehensive and she does a lot of cool adventures and she seems really nice. And yeah, she has a lot of followers on there.
Oh yeah, she's one of the most prominent ones.
Her merch is really cute too. If you have like someone who likes Pokemon, you're gonna get them a gift. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I hate to project onto people I don't know, but I do feel that if we knew her, we'd be the best friends of all time. You know.
I wish we were best friends with her.
Yeah.
She's far away though, right?
I think they're all in the West
Is she
Coast,
gonna go to like the ones that we're going to?
I think they all are.
Really?
All the Pokemon Go YouTubers.
It's gonna be like, it's like at a Comic-Con where you're like on the hunt for like famous people that you like, but in a different genre. We're gonna be on the hunt for Pokemon goers that we follow on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yay!
So that's 1. Number 2.
It's coming back.
I am sick. Is it the coronavirus? We don't know.
I don't think you have the coronavirus, but I will say, like I said yesterday, if you're not feeling like any better tomorrow, I think we should go to like urgent care after work, just in case you have like some sort of like virus that you can get antibiotics instead of just your Dayquil.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, what I would say is that if you're local, right, and you find me on the street keeled over, just put a little lime in me, okay? 3, we got into a car accident last night.
Barely, but damn.
We'll go into that more later. 4, I don't remember the 4th one, but 5, okay?
Can it be you this morning, or you really don't want me to share that?
No, of course I want you to share.
Because like you were seriously like, no.
No, I'll pass it up to you.
All right.
After I'm done with 5. 5. Amy, I'm not sure if you noticed her necklace, but she is wearing just a pair of tits on her neck.
It's a huge deal to you.
No, it's not a huge deal to me. It's funny
every
though.
time.
Well, it's funny because Amy made this necklace from clay, right?
I made it with my hands.
And here, what my hands are on right now, I'll try to zoom in on the video, but this is for the live stream. You're making it further away.
No,
actually.
it's the YouTube that thing in the middle. No.
See here? A pair of tits, okay? Followed by, in sequence, abs, okay? Followed by a very curvaceous waist and a vagina, or the correct term is vulva, okay? Right here. It's not hairless because it's, it's shaved,
Because it's a woman.
It's shaved, I'll say. And the reason that one is funny to me is because Amy babysits children. Okay?
I didn't wear this to work.
Amy babysits children.
I did not wear this to work.
Can I finish my fucking story, okay? Amy babysits children, okay? Sentence number 1. I'll move on to the next one now, can I? We were going to a birthday party.
Oh.
Yeah, now you know, okay? Ye of little faith in my storytelling shits, okay? Fucking, we go to the birthday of this little girl, right? Who Amy knows, not me. Amy's the babysitter. We go there. As we're about to leave, I noticed that Amy is wearing the titty necklace, okay? And I'm like, you're wearing those breasts out to the birthday party? And she's like, yeah, do you think it's inappropriate? And I was like...
It's science.
Yeah. Imagine you go to... First of all, it isn't just a little girl, because if it was a little girl, there could be something like... what's that book by Judy Blume? Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, okay? It could be one of those kind of moments where, like, she sees that, and she's like, oh, I get it, okay? But also at the house is a little boy, okay? And if this little boy saw that... It'd be on, dude. Okay.
Oh my god.
It'd be on. Now we have some comments here.
Looks like a cartoon.
Chris Wilkinson. No, it's really realistic actually. Chris Wilkinson says, "Brap." Randall Begins comments, "Sweet. I can watch a little. Then I got to get ready for work and shenanigans." Zach says, "Welcome home." Thank you, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Emilio Gonzalez goes, "Yeah." Randall Begins says, "That's a great opening song."
Thank you.
Thank you for making it. Emilio Gonzalez says, "Are you guys going to the PA Safari Fest?" Now that is a Pokemon Go event. It is it's the Safari Zone in Philadelphia, and we are going. And I'm going to be going to the St. Louis Safari Zone as well, but we are going to be going there. Yeah.
Randall Begins got in a car accident last night too.
He did?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh shit. So yeah, we'll tell that story. And Randall, I hope you're okay. Steve says, "I'm in love with Amy in those glasses." You know what? Me too, actually.
Thank you. They're my podcast glasses.
Oh, yeah. So, it's your turn.
For science.
It's your turn.
This morning, I was getting ready to babysit without my inappropriate necklace on. Okay. And it was dark. And I, go from room to room. I was brushing my teeth, fed the hamster. And then I come back in the bedroom, in the dark bedroom, and it's 5 in the morning. And I see Patrick. And he's sitting straight up, cross-legged, like Indian style, and he's facing the head of the bed. He's facing the pillows, but his eyes are closed. He's sleeping, sitting straight up. So I was like, "Patrick?" And he goes, his eyes are closed, and then he immediately opens his eyes and he looks at me. He's like, "Yeah?" All defensive. And I was scared, because you're not supposed to wake people up, when they're fucking weird sleepwalking or whatever. So I was like, "Is there a reason that you're sitting up?" And he just looks at me for a couple seconds, so confused, and he just goes, "No." And then he just lays back down. And then I just started laughing, and then I was like, I can't wait to tell this story on the podcast. And then he goes, and he's laying down, not facing me now, and I just hear him go, "Don't." But then right now he said I could.
All right, so...
He was more sensitive when he was asleep.
Here's what I'm going to say. I don't want to accuse you of anything, but that doesn't sound true.
No, it happened because then this morning I was like, "Remember you sat up this morning?" And you're like, "Yeah, why were you talking about that?" I was like, "What do you mean, why was I talking? That's what was happening." Sleep sitter, they call him.
Now, I have theories as to why this happened to me, okay? I'm sick. Okay?
Yeah.
I might, I don't want to say it, but I might have the, okay? Okay? You might catch me out here in a clear bottle looking golden, okay? I'm on NyQuil. What can I say, okay?
Yeah, that's true. You're like drugged on NyQuil every night
Yeah.
for the last like 3 nights.
And I had a little bit of sleep anxiety, I'd say, because I knew 2 things. I always make lists, huh?
Yes.
I have you know what OCD? Yeah, you know me.
Definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
Fuck it. I'll make a list.
Okay. You were going to anyway.
2 things. I took NyQuil.
NyQuil?
I took NyQuil, and then 2, I set my alarm. Those things don't usually mix, though, right? Right?
Your alarm hadn't gone off though.
I know, but like I was scared I was gonna sleep through it, so I probably woke up to check what time it is because I put my phone on the bedhead, so I was facing the bedhead. Clues, okay, Veronica Mars.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I probably checked the phone, and then I was like, "It's not even time yet." And
then just closed your eyes and didn't do the
I
rest.
probably put the phone back and said,
Night.
You know?
Yeah. That's so fucking funny.
"Just call me a fucking Hardy Boy, dude. I'm the Hardy Boys." Randall Begins says, "I am okay. No injuries. Hope you're all okay too. I was going 60 to 70 miles an hour and a wild animal crossed an..." I'm so sorry.
I thought he was referring to a human driver.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but when you say car accident, that means 2 cars.
Yeah.
You had an interaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's see.
Bobcat? Bro, I was going to say, why'd you say wild animal instead of deer?
Wait a second. All right. I don't want to offend Randall here. Okay.
Aren't bobcats not from here?
He isn't from here.
Oh, was he in California?
I don't know, but
Where you at?
yeah, Randall. What state are you in?
Arizona?
But I assume the people I haven't met that much in real life aren't in New York. You know?
That's true. I have a lot of like internet friends.
Randall says, and Randall, remember this is a comedy podcast, so don't take offense to this. But Randall says, and I'll see if you see the same issue with the sentence as I do. Okay, Randall says, I was going 60 to 70 miles an hour, so 75, and a wild animal crossed and hit my car.
The animal hit his car.
The animal hit. So
well, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're watching the screen, you can see. If this is his car, and this is the animal.
Yeah.
And he's going 60 to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And the animal goes like this into the side of his car. The animal hit his car.
That's true. So.
But if the animal went like this in front of his car and he went like this.
Correct.
He hit the animal. So maybe he's right.
I couldn't agree more. Randall, you gotta follow up. Did the animal strike the side of your car, or did the front of your car strike the animal? Because watch this. You can hit an animal and still be in the right morally, right? Like there was one time, dude, I'll never forget this.
An accident happens.
I was driving down the road, and I saw it. It was so quick. It sounds fake, this story, but it happened to the car in front of me.
Okay.
I was driving, and we were going between 60 and 70 because it was the highway. And from the other traffic situation, from the other lanes, out of what must have been like a farm truck, a turkey escaped. I saw a turkey. I saw the turkey for about a split second, and then I just saw feathers.
Yeah. I saw 6 turkeys on my way to babysitting this morning in one front yard. They're huge.
Yeah.
They're like the size of like Canadian geese, but a different shape.
You did not react to the story like I wanted.
Well, that was very shocking.
Yes.
And I didn't really want to dwell on that image, so I just kept going to the live turkeys.
You moved on to such a less impressive story. It's crazy what I saw. A turkey came out, right? Watch this. Watch this. This is the cycle of fucking life and death, right? It's like this. All of a sudden, turkey, boom, not in there anymore. Not alive anymore. Nothing but fucking... I drove through a cloud of feathers.
That's crazy.
And you just drove past 6 turkeys just probably smoking a cigarette or something, you know?
They were
it's
chilling.
not the same.
Yeah.
All
It's because I was so excited because I'd forgot about them until just now, and I saw them at like 6 in the morning.
Randall says he's in Florida.
Oh.
Damn, Randall, you in Florida. it would make sense to have an interaction with the Bobcat in Florida.
You have a Disney pass?
So Randall, tell us more about the accident. We want to hear more because we're going to share our whole shit as well. Joe Colavito, who is a Pokemon Go player, who is in our Ray group, comments in the chat. More importantly, did the Bobcat have insurance? Wow. Wow. Damn, Randall.
Its best friend is an emu.
Randall, I wish that we could have you call in. You know? If you could call in and tell us.
We should get that technology soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Ours wasn't that intense. Like, it was, but we weren't moving.
Yeah. Randall, comment in the comments, though, what happened with you in this little wildcat. But, all right, so.
Maybe it was Bigfoot.
We'll talk about the accident, and then we'll move to the trip.
Gotcha.
So, do you want to kick off the accident story?
Well, yeah, but I was in the passenger seat, so it's kind of more like your story, but it's kind of my story because it's my baby.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Excuse me.
Ooh. What do you mean?
I just snorted.
Oh, I thought you were going to correct me in some way, and I was going to say what? Right. But anyways... We were just sitting in the Arbys drive-thru at the window because we had just visited your mother's. So we were like an hour from home, and we were getting a quick dinner on the way home, regular, and we're at the window, literally right as we get up to the window before Pat's about to pull his wallet out. We noticed before we're pulling up that there's a white BMW that's in front of us that hasn't left and has her hand out the window and is like yelling because she has a problem with her order. So we're like, oh, look, this bitch is yelling. That was it. Then we pull up to the window, and this bitch, now, all of a sudden, I think what happened was she thought she was going to peel off, and she thought she was in drive.
Oh, yeah.
But she had already reversed to complain, because I would have done the same thing, because I'm a crazy driver, but she was crazier than me. So I think she was trying to peel off, but instead she was in reverse. She gassed it. And she reversed at like 20 miles an hour in a fucking parking lot into my Audi.
Reversed right into us.
Oh.
So she starts to pull away, and I instinctually think that she's going to run.
Yeah. So I go to get my phone to take a picture of her license, and I have it in my hand. But instead she parked.
Yeah, she parked. I was about to go chase her. And then, so we were like knocked back a little bit, but... It was a nice little jolt. I felt my neck snap back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she was trying to go fast forward because she literally banged us. Like, we weren't moving, and then all of a sudden she was like, boom, backwards.
I felt my neck snap. Amy said, what the heck, Pat?
Exactly.
And then I saw her try to leave, and I said, get that. But she didn't try to leave. I spoke quickly to the guy. I guess the Arbys gentleman had just seen this whole thing go down.
Yeah.
And he was still have his hand out waiting for me to pay.
You're like, wait.
And I said, I said to him, this bitch has hit us. Give me a sec, you know?
Yeah, you said, hold on, this bitch has hit me.
Yeah. So, so then, I walked over to her, and she was getting out the car, and then I'll have Amy describe her physically.
She was just like, probably in her mid-30s, right? I'm really bad with age.
No.
See?
No.
What was she?
She was a good cigarette mid-40s.
All right. But she was petite.
Yeah.
She was in like a really expensive sweatsuit, like Louis Vuitton or some shit. She had like 5 chains on her neck, and she had like big rocks on all of her fingers. She was super like rich. She drove a really nice car that she just fucking doesn't know how to drive, apparently. And she gets out, and she's like, first she says, I'm so sorry, the first thing out of her mouth, but then she starts making up excuses immediately that literally don't make sense and have nothing to do with it. She says, I'm so sorry, and then she proceeds to complain about her order. She's like, I'm so sorry, this guy pissed me off so bad. And like, it's doing it in a way that he can hear her, like it even fucking matters now that you hit my car.
Yeah, she was screaming about how she wanted cheese fries, and they gave her loaded fries, and tried to tell her that it was the same price. But it's not the same price, she said.
I can't believe you even remember that, because I literally was just like blanked out, just staring at her like, okay.
I remembered it because she said it 3 times. Because you hadn't come out yet at first. Mm-hmm. I only beckoned for Amy to come out once I looked at the car, and there was no damage whatsoever.
Thank goodness.
So I was like, I waved you out to make sure that you agreed to squash it, you know?
Right.
Because, you know.
Imagine trying to deal with her.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, and then the funniest fucking part. She's, like, looking at the car with me, and, like, there was one little tiny rip on, like, the outer edge of the license plate that you can, like, buy online and replace.
Yeah,
So whatever.
The plastic,
like the plastic around the license.
And it wasn't even the front. It was, like, a piece of the back that I just, like, pushed, and it wasn't visible anymore.
Yeah, so we're looking at the car, and this fucking lady, I'm just like, whatever, let me just get your phone number in case of anything. I'll just call you, like, whatever. But it looks fine. And then she's like, do you want me to give you $10? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that's not even the gas for the way home, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. But then
$10.
she gave me a number, and I called it briefly and hung up just so that she would have mine. And then on our way home, she texted me, I'm so sorry. And I said, no worries, have a good night. Like, it's done.
Nice.
We're never going to see her again. But I was just like, oh, my God. I was so nervous because, like, I love that car more than any car we've had so far. And I don't want it to be messed up.
I'm trying to say, she looks like... It's 2020. She looks like if you hooked up with her in the year, like, 2000 to 2003, you'd be pretty excited. But anytime after that would be a fucking nightmare.
It was like, it's like her idol is J-Lo.
Yeah, but she was...
Since J-Lo was 20.
Yeah, right? She's like I guess if you don't live here, it's hard to say, but she's like a white Suffolk thought, you know?
That's what I was going to say. She's so Long Island, but it doesn't really make sense unless you, like, live on Long Island.
Yeah, unless... If you don't know, you don't know, okay? But we have a follow-up from Randall Begins. Randall says... Yo, Randall should be on the podcast. He's funny. He said, I had the right of way, LOL. The wild animal shouldn't have crossed the road, he said. Technically, I hit the animal. Dude, I fucking knew it.
That's so funny.
Dude, come on. Okay.
The way you presented it at first.
The animal hit my car, he said. As if the animal was like, come get me, you know? I was in the middle of nowhere. It was pitch black and came out of nowhere. The poor thing, now it's the poor thing, right? The poor thing took like a third of the bumper off. The computer of the car is hanging, damn. So I'm not going to drive it till it's fixed. I'm too poor to get a Disney pass. I got the Disney Plus, though. I haven't been to Disney in like 10 years. Why are you talking about Disney?
Because I asked him if he has a Disney pass because he lives in Florida.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You just weren't listening.
Wow. I haven't been to Disney in like 10 years, I think. I want to check out the Star Wars land. Dude, I'll tell you this. Disney is alright, you know?
I like Disney way more than Pat does.
I went to the Disney World or Land, whatever the fuck it is.
Which one did you go to? Florida or California?
California with you.
Oh, Land.
To me, alright at best.
Oh, that's right. We went with... Who did we go with?
We went with Scott Tipton.
Oh, yeah, Scott Tipton.
Yeah, it was cool because we were with Scott.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's not to my interest as far as like the different movies.
Yeah, like to you the fun part was to see Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what I would be interested in, because I'm not a ride guy, I'm not a theme park guy. Mm-hmm. I would go to a theme park to like see the Harry Potter Wizard World.
I want to see that one.
I would do that. But like, I'm not even like an event kind of guy. Like, I don't like concerts that much. I like what I like, so if an event is about what I already like, I'll go.
Right.
Like the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, or a concert of like one of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
Or something.
Or a comedy show.
But you won't go to like a concert just because it's like live outdoor music.
Right.
You know, or like a festival just for that.
Right.
It has to be specific.
That's true. Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, some people love that stuff.
You want to get to the vacation?
Yeah.
I want to describe each of your family members and the characters that we met in depth, okay?
Oh, God, okay.
So, Amy grew up in California, in San Diego specifically. Mm-hmm. And I took her away from there. As an adult woman.
That's what they say.
Okay? As an adult woman, I took her away. And
I went on my own accord.
Mm-hmm, definitely. It was a consensual move. And Amy left behind a legion of brothers, okay?
A large family.
There's 4 brothers, okay? There's a father.
There is.
There's a mother.
Yep.
And each has a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
The father is a straight man who has the girlfriend, and the mother is probably a straight woman who has the boyfriend. Right?
Correct.
All right. So, who should we start with? Do you think?
You can go in age order from oldest to youngest.
Okay, your dad then.
Okay.
That's very old. Okay.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Your parents are younger than my parents. Amy's dad is a man. Okay. He is conservative. He is a construction man.
Yeah, he doesn't do the construction anymore because he's old, like you said.
Right.
But he's
Not too old.
He's a contractor, so.
He's a contractor.
Yes, he hires.
He has the qualities of a gym teacher and could also be one.
He actually, he has the qualifications to be a gym teacher.
And the qualities, too.
And the qualities.
Of one.
He was one at one point, been very young in his life, but now he's not. But he did coach a lot of our sports teams.
Definitely.
And that's where he got his, like, PE happiness.
Yeah, the most impressive story that I can remember of this man, David Flores, is that I went to a baseball game of Amy's youngest brother, Troy, back when he was very young.
So small.
And Amy's dad knew all the kids' names. That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's one, children, and I'll just say
and
this.
their siblings, too, actually.
I'll say this. San Diego is not a diverse area. San Diego is very white, okay?
Well, I think there are different pockets of San Diego. It's just that, like, where I grew up, like, by the beach in Pacific Beach and Claremont and stuff, and where we visit and don't, like, stray far from, it's super duper white.
Straight cocks out there, And to me, these white children look the exact same. You see a bunch of white kids, they all look the same. Amy's dad could name each of them. He's like, that right there is Troy. That right there is Adolf.
Oh my God.
That's Goebbels, What else? So that's your dad. He looks like Hank Hill, a good
because his head's really like square, rectangular.
Very Hank Hill like. He is dating a woman named.
You can do this.
Felicia.
Yep, you did it.
Boom. Felicia knitted us blankets.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a test right now,
Good job. A+.
And that's where I'll end that story.
Very good. She's nice.
Moving on to your mom. Amy's mom hails from French Canada, okay? She...
Québécoise.
Can you do an impression of her? Like, say, I just woke up and you're greeting me good morning and you're asking if I want some coffee and breakfast.
I just woke up and you're asking me good morning and you're asking me if I want some coffee and some breakfast.
I'll say this. Amazing job, but you totally failed the challenge.
I couldn't remember all of that shit. That was like a novel.
You were supposed to be your mom in that situation. I just woke up. I'm staying at your mom's house. Obviously.
I thought it was a repeat after me situation.
No, obviously not, So now
Good morning, Patrick. You want me to make you some coffee?
Yes.
And I put some eggs on the stove and I put some bacon in there. Mix it up a little bit. It's going to be so good.
That's a little bit more J-Lo than usual.
Well, it's because I just spent a week with my mom, so I'm really feeling it.
Amy saw Hustlers recently, so she added a bit of a Latin flair to that one.
No, that's not true. I'm just thinking about the eggs and chorizo I had maybe.
That's true. So Amy's mom is...
But she does kind of sound like that.
She does. She's French Canadian. She's generous. She's smart. And she's
artistic.
Artistic, and she shares everything,
So generous.
Yeah, she shares everything about herself. There is no filter with her, which I like.
I've never met someone who is so selfless and also a little bit selfish.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what she likes and what she wants.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? But she's also, she'll, like, anything that she can give, she'll give.
She makes a great dessert. She makes this, it's Rice Krispie treats with chocolate.
Henry's.
Oh, Henry's, right?
Oh, Henry's.
Which is Oh, Henry's, but no, it's Oh, Henry's.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's like a Rice Krispie treat with caramel, peanut butter too, you think? Mm-hmm.
Chocolate.
Ooh.
And then she puts it in the fridge so it's like cold. So then you cut it up because it's in like a lasagna tray and it's all layered. Then you cut it into squares and then you eat the squares. It's my brother's favorite and Pat really likes it too.
I just had a warm shift in my bowels,
Uh-oh. You gonna leave me alone here or should I?
No.
Okay, that's good.
So, that's Amy's mom.
Yes.
France is her name.
like the country, she would say when people didn't understand what she was saying.
Oh, hold on.
Because they'd be like, what's your name? And she'd be like, France.
Can,
And they'd be like,
can you
what?
get your phone and play the video?
Oh,
Yes.
of lips?
Yeah, so Amy and I, we went to, for Valentine's Day, we went on a double date with Amy's mom and her mans, right? And the two of us went to a drag queen bar called Lips. And I'll be honest.
It's a palace.
At first, I didn't think it was that good of an idea. I didn't.
Yeah, I saw it in your face, and I was like, you'll see.
But then, I think it turned out pretty good. Okay? Oh yeah, 7 out of 10 probably.
My toe hurts.
And then...
7 out of 10.
But the best part of the whole night was when Amy's mom was brought up. Because it was...
She went up. She wasn't brought up. They were like saying like, it was like just people going up or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to go up there. I want to go up there.
Yeah.
She was so into it.
That's amazing.
Into the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like such an event for her. So that's why I was so proud of her, because she's like foreign as fuck. And then she like goes up there and it's really funny. So anyway, so they didn't, just like when I said like the country, it's because everyone that asks what her name is never understands what the fuck she's saying because of her accent. Yeah. So then she'd be like the country, France.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, France.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they'd call her France. So this is one of the hosts. Should I just play it and then send it to you, or?
Both.
My laugh sounds just like her too. Oh my god. Everything was so sparkly in there. Oh my god.
It's so cute.
It was really fun. Because I never really, like, have a night out with my mom.
Yeah.
It's either, like, with my friends or she'll go out with her friends and stuff. But she likes to party. Because, like, her friend Patricia and everything, they always talk about how they go out for dinner and stuff like that. On, like, Taco Tuesday and everything. So I was like, I want to plan something like that when I'm there because that would be fun. Because I'm old now, so I can go out with my mom.
Yeah.
And so we did that. And I'm glad that you came along, too, because even though you didn't think it was a good idea, because I thought it was really, really fun. I thought it was an 11 out of 10.
Okay. Very good.
And I really liked the place next door, even though no one else that we went with did.
Oh, no. I mean, Mitch liked it, but...
No, he didn't. He just got it to be polite.
I mean, I'll say this. The reason it was a 7 out of 10 for me is because I know that it's like a drinking event. And I don't drink.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
So, like, that immediately takes it down. And plus, it's, like, kind of an expensive thing, you know? So, that's why it's 7 for me. Mm-hmm. But it was a really good experience. And that moment with your mom is awesome. Mm-hmm. But what I was thinking about was about your mom. I forget where we were, but we were in the car and just driving somewhere. And I was thinking, like, how I would always see... couples who have been married for a long time, right? They'll refer to their mother-in-law, father-in-law as mom and dad, you know? And I had never called your mom or your dad, but on the trip there, I was thinking and feeling that it wouldn't be weird if I were to think of your mom as mom, you know?
No, I don't think she would think that's weird either. And I think it would come sooner than with my dad because he just has more of a wall up with everybody. Yeah. And he's just more like stoic and just like, that's my daughter's husband. And he's always saying, that's my son's wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just how he is. But my mom, yeah, she's really close with you, especially after this trip. You guys talked so much and she's really comfortable with you and everything. Yeah. And she really does. She loves you. So I think that's fair.
Met her boyfriend Mitch, and Mitch is a man with very thick legs.
He's strong.
He's a thick boy.
He's freaking... Dude, I hope he wouldn't be upset that I'm saying his age, but dude, the guy's 60, and he is like indestructible. He paddle boards. He freaking sails. He is super strong and fit.
Yeah.
He can keep up... Well, it's super funny because like the joke with him and my mom is that, like, he's the old one because he's a couple years older than she is. And, like, when my mom bikes, she's super, like, she's almost not unusually athletic, but, like, it's her thing, you know? So when she bikes, she's really fast. So what he did was, the one thing he couldn't keep up with her was biking. So he got a little motor to put on his bike.
Oh, yeah.
Now his bike has a motor, so he can do the full bike rides with her without her having to slow down or him having to, like, kill himself to keep up.
Yeah, it's pretty G. It's pretty G. Mitch, he has a little bit of Wisconsin cheese in him. You know, you hear him and you think he's from the Midwest.
He sounds like he's from Minnesota or something.
Yeah, this is how he sounds. He goes, oh
no,
but really he's just from California apparently.
Yeah, he grew up in Pasadena. He said.
Yeah, and he just has a little bit of "oh" in him, you know.
Yeah.
Like when he goes out on his sailboat, it's more of a boat, you know.
A boat.
And when he, for instance, when he would row that boat, he would row it, you know. But yeah,
he taught me how to, like, do a couple things on the sailboat, which I never thought I would learn to do. That was so fun because every time I've been on a boat, it's been a motor boat, like a fishing boat, and this one had a motor just in case, you know, because we were, like, renting it, and it's like if the wind is, like, dead or if it's scary, you can just use the motor, whatever. But
I was scared for you to go, to be honest.
Yeah, but we turned the motor off. And I learned some fucking pirate sailing type shit. I was, like, wrapping the cords around. I was using my muscles. I was like, what's it called? I don't even remember what it was called. But I was, like, hitching it or whatever the fuck. And I felt so cool. It's so fun to learn new things.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. It was funner than I thought, actually.
It was scarier in my head than it was in real life. I didn't go.
He's going to go next time.
I was afraid for Amy to go. And when I hugged Amy goodbye, I was like, but I wish you weren't going, you know? But I was wrong to feel that way. It was
okay, you just didn't know.
It was safe. Now what else? There's Amy's brother, Jeremy. Jeremy is...
I think he's like 25.
Jeremy's a funny man. You know, he has very curly hair. He is... he's very into the comedian Norm Macdonald.
Right now. He's just like me. Like, he gets obsessed with things and, like, learns everything about it. And then he'll start with someone or something new.
Like, he would, toward the end of the vacation, he wouldn't... The way that he would introduce a Norm topic, he would say... Oh, and Norma says. Like, he would...
Like his friend.
Like a friend, you know? Jeremy is... he is ripped, but not as ripped as the other brothers. He's sort of like... Thor in Avengers Endgame, you know?
That's so fucking funny.
Where like he still has the power, you know, but he's like settled in a little bit.
And he loves beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves beer.
He's probably one of the funniest guys in the world. And I was telling him,
absolutely true.
I told him that he should be on the podcast, one as a guest, and also he should have his own podcast. And you know what's cool about Jeremy that I think isn't common with people as funny as he is usually?
What?
When I told him that he's funny enough to have his own podcast, he said, yo, you know who's real funny, though? And I was like, who? He goes, my girl.
Aww.
Yeah. So he thinks that Alicia, his girlfriend, is super funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
They would have a hilarious, like, YouTube channel, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I want to do a podcast with Jeremy, though.
I would love that. Eventually, if we end up moving nearer to them, that could be something that you guys do.
Yeah,
that would be so
definitely.
cool.
What else? There's Amy's second oldest brother, who is by far the tallest man in the world, probably.
Pretty close.
Right now, he's working at In-N-Out.
Aaron.
Oh yeah, his name is Aaron, and he works at In-N-Out.
What is he? 6'7"?
He's about 6'20", you know, and walked into In-N-Out, and we didn't even have to look for him.
There was a line of heads making fries, and they were all bent over, including him, and his head was sticking out like 2 heads above everyone else's.
Oh, yeah. Huge. He's like,
so handsome, too. He's like a big, giant, handsome
definitely
boy.
I'll say this about Aaron, though.
He's 21.
Aaron said he was going to make the fries at In-N-Out, because I have an issue with In-N-Out. In-N-Out, to me, doesn't make good food. And Aaron said that he was going to have the fries done a certain way that would prove me wrong. And I'll say this. I tried them before Aaron, but that'll be the last time I ever eat In-N-Out.
We'll still go, though, and I'll get a milkshake.
Yes. But, dude, Aaron should work at Shake Shack now, you know? We should convince Aaron to get out of there.
Shake Shack is so good.
Yep. And then there's Casey, who was Amy's brother, who kind of resembles Captain America, okay? He's a football star. He, you know, was a really gangster move from Mitch, Amy's mom's boyfriend. Mitch flew Casey in as a surprise to Amy's mom so that all the siblings would be together at the same time.
Yeah, because he is actually the first one to move away from home for college because he got a scholarship to go to college.
Yeah.
So he's going a few hours away, still in California, but he goes to UC Davis.
Yep.
So he took a quick flight from Friday to Sunday in between his classes so that he could come hang out with us for my mom's birthday weekend, for us being in town. And he did see my dad, too, a couple times. So
Super awesome.
he is a superstar. He's really cool.
Yeah, Casey is someone who's going to be famous, and hopefully, you know...
You can Google him now, and you could see football interviews of him if you were
Yeah, search Casey Grandforce and just,
I'm not even into football, but I like to watch his stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then finally, there is Troy Paul Grandforce, okay?
That's right. No, it's Troy Allen.
Oh, yeah.
It's Jeremy Paul.
Troy Allen.
Oh my God,
Grandforce.
this is their full name. Should we be like bleeping this out?
Let's look them up. They're already online, you know?
All right.
Troy is the youngest one.
Don't fuck with my brothers.
He is a blonde boy, and I'll say this.
He's beautiful.
When I first met Troy, he was very young. You know, he was probably about 3 months old, I think.
That's not even true.
How old do you think?
Well, right now, he's just recently 15 as of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We met about 4 years ago. 5 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was 10.
We met 6 years ago.
So he was 9.
Yeah. Okay.
We met like last year.
I thought we met 4 years
right?
ago, you fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, we were just together for 1 year and then got married. Which isn't true. You know I can't do math or guess age.
I'm starting to feel sick and lightheaded.
I can't do math, I can't guess people's age, and I suck at geography. Those are my 3 weaknesses.
Listen. Troy.
Look at this. No personal space at all.
They can't see that shit.
The cats are intertwined.
Since meeting Troy, he has gone through 3 phases. 1, he was a young boy, scared of the devil. Okay?
That was so funny. One of the first times that Pat interacted and hung out with me and my family, we went trick-or-treating with my little brothers. And I grew up in this really family-oriented neighborhood. There was a few families that had kids our age, so we would go from our house down the street around the corner to this one house where a group of 20 kids would get together, and then their parents would follow behind.
I was horrified.
So I'm like, oh, we're just going to go trick-or-treating with my brothers.
So she said to me.
Yeah, he's like, okay. And in my head, I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't think I would have to explain it to him that it's going to be way more than my brothers there. So then he comes to my house, we get my brothers together, we walk around the corner, and then boom, there's this herd of kids there. And so we're walking down the street, and some of my neighbors, they really go out decorating their house, like haunted houses. And my brother was 9 at the time, 10. Yeah. Troy, and I don't even know if he remembers this. I meant to ask him, and I will. But we were watching him, and he was walking with the group of kids, and the haunted house is on the left side of the street, and they're all walking on the left sidewalk, and he got the most horrified look on his face when he saw what was it, a devil mask?
Devil, yeah.
Or was it someone dressed as the devil?
Yeah.
There were people outside in costumes, right?
Yes.
Scaring people.
And they had a haunted house that you will walk into.
They were for that haunted house. He went
shit.
to the other side of the street,
yep.
and he was eyeing them, spying them the whole time. Don't fucking get near me.
He's still in my phone as young Troy, scared of the devil. So he was a young boy scared of the devil. Then, during our wedding, he was in a phase sort of like this, where
he was in a helium phase,
Yeah. His voice went so high. He was.
Baby.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, he was getting taller, so it was a really funny mix and match, you know? And then third, this time, Troy's a grown man now.
He basically is a grown man.
Yeah.
It wasn't just this time that his voice was low. His voice has been low for a couple years now, but it was all of a sudden, overnight, it was Amy. And I was like, whoa, bro. And then now, he might as well be freaking driving, and he will be in 6 months. Because he has a dog that follows him around that he's responsible for. He's freaking playing baseball, you know. He's doing well in school. He has a girlfriend of like 2 years. I'm proud of him too because he's a freshman. He made varsity baseball this year.
It's crazy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, he's big, and he I love the way he speaks. He speaks.
Oh yeah.
He enunciates his words.
What were we calling him? Purposeful Troy.
Oh yeah,
PT.
Purposeful Troy. Yeah. Yeah, Troy. If you ask him a yes or no question, he'll say yes
or no.
Yep. Very very purposeful. So yeah.
And he's the one that everyone says looks the most like me.
They look very similar, you know. But Amy's a grown woman, though. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, this is a little shorter than we usually end episodes, but
is it?
Yeah, it's 45 minutes.
And we went in depth about my family.
I don't feel too good though.
Oh, that's right. You're sick.
I should wrap it up. Do you have any other topics that you want to cover?
I just want to say that I did start my other second job again today, and it was super awesome.
Oh yeah, Amy was babysitting.
Yeah, I used to babysit, and then the mom, she had surgery on her back. She has sciatica. And it took a long time for her to like heal and get a new job, which I feel like is such a bummer for her.
Yeah.
Because she had to take time off because she was in pain. And then they like laid her off from her position at the hospital. And then she had to work and interview to get another position, even though she'd been there for like upwards of 15 years. And that's how it works, you know?
That sucks.
It's crazy. Like, you know, it's not her fault, but she couldn't be there, so they had to have someone else. So now, thank goodness she got a new position, and today was my first day back with those kids, and they've grown up so much. They had like all these, I've seen them recently, but it was really cool to like make their breakfast for them and stuff again, because it's been like probably close to a year since I've done that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we've been going to their birthday parties, and I've been going there in the afternoons and stuff, but super duper fun, really cool, and yeah, that was just my update. That's the only thing I got going on. Besides, that was my day off, and I was gonna get my car fixed from, remember when I ripped the gas tank off? I told that story on here.
Yeah.
And Pat was up, and and he was like willing to go and stuff, but I like had already decided, like, you know what? I didn't want to. You didn't want to either? Yeah, because you're sick, and I did think about that, and I was like, it doesn't affect my driving. I've been driving like this for a couple weeks now, even though I like kind of cringe when I see people looking at that side of my car. Still, I do want to get it fixed, but like it's not really as pressing as I make it.
Let me just say, I want to get it fixed for you. I'll say that. But to me, we can never get it fixed, and it'll be totally fine.
Like my plan, I had such like a plan today because I'm not at Massage Envy, so I was like,
don't worry about your day off.
Exactly, and that's what I tell myself. I wanted to get my nails done. I wanted to get the car fixed, and then I wanted to get the car washed because a bird shit on the back of it, remember?
Oh, yeah. My wife is out there babysitting. What's her husband doing at home? Maybe shitting.
And yeah, after I babysat, I just was like on my own, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do any of that.
You know what? I don't want to do that.
So I'm not gonna.
Might as well go to the pet store and get a new cat. But
please
don't do that.
I do have to go to the pet store, though. Tomorrow, maybe.
Why?
I just have to get rat bedding again.
Fine. All right, you guys. Allow you.
We'll be back soon. I slouch a lot.
Space between. Space between.